Welcome back to Mist. Last time you completed an abortion. Don't put that in there, Tali.
What did you just say?
Heard it.
I'm putting it in there.
You're gonna have to quiet everyone else down just so you can hear Kat say that line because you were too busy laughing at
No,
Vinny.
I'm putting it in there.
You people need to fucking behave yourselves for once, goddammit.
Says Vinny.
Time. Hopefully nobody will die.
Woo.
It'll take it a few days.
You guys have successfully basically eradicated the majority of the undead to the point that you feel pretty safe to say that the issue is mostly remedied.
Woo.
Hey guys, I want to point out really quick that while we're trying to find like an exit to these to this cave, to these ruins, that we did destroy the rope ladder out of here.
Ladder is kind
Oh, yeah. That did
I have
happen.
rope and give me 8 hours and I have Misty Step to just teleport to the top and throw down the rope.
8 hours in a cave RP. Let's go.
of walking back to where you know is kind of more safe.
First thing Howlite was going to do was make sure there weren't any stragglers like wandering towards us because of that thing screams. So I guess like, are there still zombies roaming around the city, or are they all like acid bathing?
There are the ones that are still kind of stuck behind rubble in the more kind of harder to get areas of the city. But the majority of the zombies that were roaming the city and roaming above ground, there's like a couple stragglers, but they are completely aimless. They are not really roaming, they're kind of just standing wherever they were left.
I'm gonna actually like, you say they're like behind rubble and stuff, right?
Yes, there are a lot behind rubble.
Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna walk up and approach one of them.
If you get into line of sight, they will start approaching and like trying to grab at you.
Okay, so they're not completely brain dead.
They're just nice, good old friendly neighborhood zombies. No, I'd like to try to kill one.
Go for it.
Heck, while they're distracted looking at Howlite, I'm gonna fucking sprint up and deck them.
Roll me down.
Like Howlite's thinking,
my
like,
God.
they're not completely brain dead. Meanwhile, Vari completely brain dead.
Ugh, sorry, please.
It takes a couple hits, but you murder that thing. Would you like to roll your goddamn portent?
Yeah, and this one better stay the fuck down and knows what's good for it.
I'm gonna kind of watch and intrigue as Vari does this.
Ooh, okay.
Nice crit fail portent, that's helpful.
Got a 16 and a 1.
I like those.
So am I able to see that Vari is extorting some sort of magic from this kill? Is there a visual
Ooh,
indicator
do
to
I
that?
see? Yeah, sure. Vari, you're just killing this thing with your hands, yeah?
Yep.
You see, like, as far, like, the life, whatever undead vigor and, like, energy was left in this thing, and, like, it leaves it. You see kind of a dingy copper kind of energy, like, almost like lightning, like, go through Vari's arms.
Well, it's just gonna sort of be staring intently.
Well, I do say that feels a lot better, actually being able to dispatch something down here today. Instead of just being knocked unconscious immediately.
Vari,
Yes, what is it?
what particularly is it that you're... They kind of like narrow their eyes and look down at the mangled corpse and then back up to Vari's bloodied hands. What is it that you are extracting from these? If I may ask.
Still kind of like smiling, like smile as a falter, just kind of like eyes looking around like, I don't know.
Roll me deception.
Fuck me, I'm still a point of exhaustion. Oh,
I
that's
don't
pretty
know
good!
I don't know if this is deception or not. Is the thing.
I have a point of exhaustion. I feel like
Oh, yeah, very fair.
Howlite, roll for the sake of me keeping my interest, I guess, Duncan.
Sure thing.
This is how how much she believes.
Nice. God, I love
I need to fight, and that's what sort of enables the portion of Squidge's power that I'm able to use.
Eyebrow raise.
It's the sign of my devotion to him. I'm guessing that there's something that he needs from these undead in order to work his sort of fate-bending powers. You know.
You have a patronage to someone? Is that what I'm understanding here?
Yes, that is correct.
Is this something you wish to keep on the down low, or may I inquire further?
Please do not inquire further until we are maybe back at the wagon.
Very well. Howlite's just gonna politely turn around and not say anything more.
Is Ava around, Cat?
Ava's around. Ava's tired. Ava's kind of grumpy.
I'm gonna
feeling
look
like
for
shit
her.
right now.
I'm gonna look for Ava. Ava, hello?
Yeah? What?
Hey. Hello, hi.
What do you want?
You can see things that are typically unseen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, are you doing it now, or?
No. Would you like me to?
Maybe in a bit, yes. I think with how things look right now, we're going to be, maybe relying on that ability from you, if that's not too much of a bother.
Yeah. Sure.
Typically when we gather back at the caravan, whenever that may be, just keep on the lookout for things that look out of place, maybe things that may be watching certain people that are part of this group. You catch my drift, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, you two. Three.
Yes.
I was about to say, am I chopped liver here?
I like to imagine that, like, Marion, like, turns around, revealing a latch to his back.
The shoulders.
Like a spider.
What's that?
Or just kind of like pause and kind of like scratch your chin, looking at sort of the demeanor of Cross and Marin at this point. Everything's still kind of setting in, huh?
I'm just happy that it's over. Honestly.
Yeah, it still hasn't fully clicked with me either. The realization that pretty soon we might be out of here.
No, I just thought of something too.
Yes, what's that?
The trees had reverse. What was it called again? Leaf rot or whatever?
The reverse leaf rot.
Yeah. You think that now that the orb's off, that it might start solving itself?
No. That's not how it works.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure.
If anything, we could attempt to speak with Gyla'moor and alert the townspeople of Ava's concoction and perhaps get the town involved in a little bit of a forward initiative to fix the problems surrounding the town. Now that things are, of course, safer.
I will say, we've never really had an issue with the reverse leaf rot. It's not really an active thing that hurts anything. It's just kind of an omen of bad news.
It's more of a side effect of a presence of undead as opposed to an active disease.
Its roots in deeply unnatural places do warrant a little concern.
Yes.
Now that the bad news has mostly passed, it wouldn't hurt to take care of it. Sort of restore this place to what I assume it once was.
How long have you been working on this, Vari? If you don't mind my asking.
Let's see, so it was around this time of year when I first met Cross. So about that long.
She means about a year.
I gathered, yes. Quite a while. How are you faring, Cross?
I would like to go sleep in a bed.
I dare say that could do all of us a lot of good.
I suspect as soon as we get some sort of rope or anything, we're all going to be kind of going our separate ways for at least a day until we feel like we can deal with something else.
Now, hold your horses on that for a minute. There is still something that I would like to get to while all of us are still around as it is. Howlite. Can I borrow a piece of your notebook paper?
They'll flip to the back where there's like a few sketches and drawings, find an empty page, and just tear it out. Hand it to Vari.
Yes, I'll have to stop by my camp for the tools to write on this, of course. But...
Howlite holds up a pen.
Oh yes, that'll do just nicely. Thank you very much. Let's see. I've had some thoughts going through my mind of how exactly we should address the town of Lemstead to our victory down here. I think I would like to request all of your help in writing like some sort of speech, maybe some sort of presentation.
I don't see why you want my help in that regard.
You were here. You were all here. You might as well, right?
Yes, but public speaking I'm absolutely dreadful with.
Cross, Marin, how about you two?
Marin shakes his head, kind of no. Cross just kind of like rubs his eyes. I don't see why you want to give a speech to the people of Lemstead when you could just give the news to my wife and everyone would find out in a couple of days and there wouldn't need to be this giant hubbub.
First night free of this burden is a pretty big deal. I would want it to be a some sort of momentous occasion at least, right? Get people realizing that they can be outside again once the sun has set. That's not something I would want everyone to miss out on.
While I'm not one for celebrations normally, it does seem like something that would be celebrated.
I don't see how the city of Lemstead could expect a posh festivity with potatoes and carrots.
Look, ever since I got here, the nightlife has always been sort of a bummer. I just kind of want to see it like reinvigorated, you know?
I hate to break it to you, Vari, but there's never been much of a nightlife.
Never too late to start. Especially now that it means something a lot more important.
I don't see why raising the spirits of the townspeople could be a bad idea. I just simply don't think asking for my assistance in speech writing is logical at all.
That's okay. I'll take care of the speech writing, and once I'm done with it, we can all go over it. And if at that time there's anything that you would wish to add or maybe feel is inappropriate, then yeah, go from there.
Maybe I'll speak with Guinevere about re-establishing a town's guard. I feel like that could spur some sort of change, no?
Nodding.
I at the very least want to tell them what went on in Gyla'moor. I feel like they have the right to know.
Again, the question comes up, Cross, of what comes next?
For what?
For you.
Oh god, here we go.
My goddamn wife.
And daughter.
Yes, but there's still a lot of everything. There's all of your scriptures that you've been writing about down here.
Yes,
all of the analysis, the notes.
Thankfully, we have a person here straight from the Equinox Reserve, and I'm sure he could send a letter and we would have a bunch of people very interested in what I was doing. And I wouldn't have to do a thing.
Might even get a hefty reward for that.
Honestly, I sure fucking hope so.
Yes, rewards after all of this are definitely something that should be expected, after all.
Compensation for nearly dying is standard amongst your types, yes? I kind of like squint one eye.
That's what all the adventurers always told me.
Are we adventurers at this point?
Are you not?
I considered myself a traveler.
Oh, I know what you can do, Cross. We have that massive piece of residuum crystal. And there's plenty more down here where that came from as well. Maybe you could do something. I don't know. Use your research notes, whatever it was that you were able to find out about the mineral, about the crystals. Maybe you can create some sort of mining economy here for them.
I'm sure I could, but I am
Seems
much
like
more worried
there's
about
no
the,
scarcity.
That gives me an idea. If you do not mind me positing something across from one alchemist
as long
to
as
another.
it's not the possibility of me gaining honor or fame or anything else.
No, quite the contrary. I'm thinking of something to do your job for you.
That sounds wonderful.
With the aid of the massive residuum crystal that we forged, through almost sheer accident it would appear, could it be possible to use it as a beacon to extend some sort of a hallowed ground from the church? Protect this place for a little bit longer should any straggling zombies or undead find their way here again?
I'm sure it could, but I would much rather leave that crystal with you as we have the ability to go get more. I'm just first and foremost worried about the integrity of the ruins.
Yes, and more on that matter. It seems like the others are getting that rope ladder situated.
Very well. I do believe if things are safe for the time being, I'm going to retire to the chapel just until the ladder has been situated. That fight took a lot out of me.
Yeah, look, she's giving us the thumbs up. I think it's all good to go.
Oh, lovely. I'll gather my things and we can be off.
Is it weird that she has thumbs?
Oh.
I have thumbs. You have thumbs.
Never mind.
Residuums left, by the way, because I was definitely thinking about getting some for ideas to work with.
We were using only 50 gold points worth for every fireball, mind you.
Yeah. When she's not tired, points at Ava. Have words and ideas that I need to speak with her about. Erevan, I'm stealing your shield tomorrow morning. This morning.
Ooh.
Whatever time of day it is.
Was that to me?
No, to Erevan.
Oh, I misheard.
Oh, you're good, you're tired.
Very. As Howlite goes back to the chapel to grab their things, I'm going to find as many corpses as I possibly can and try and retrieve my bolts. I fired 10. How many can I get back?
Let's say 8.
Oh, awesome.
Because they were all kind of out in very open spots.
Yeah, I think like 2 of them might have gotten blown up on the Atropal.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mark away one of my javelins because it took 3 fireballs.
So anything else you want to do as you are exiting the cave, going back to Lemstead, and sleeping for fucking hours?
Grab my bear trap.
Yell over to Erevan as we still move, like, hey, Erevan, you're probably gonna go to the chapel or whatever, aren't you?
Yeah, well, someone should probably let them know.
Alright, can you leave your shield with me then? The one that we got specially made for you?
The one I'm wielding?
Yes. You've got your old one still, don't you?
I mean, yeah, what do you need the new one for?
I'm gonna be working with her to get some ideas going. And I'm gonna need like that so we can proper measurements and check the structural integrity, yada yada. Boring nerd shit.
Okay. I'm too tired for this shit, nearly dying.
Oh,
Fucking
and
sucks.
if you go to the chapel, can you also let her know that I'm going to be preparing an address to the Lemstead?
You'd be better just making a limerick or a song.
Oh yeah. Do you think that you could help me at all with writing the speech?
Ask me in the morning or evening or
No, we're doing this thing like today. Like it is the morning.
ask me when I wake up again from getting at least decent sleep.
All right. Well, I'm going to go work on it. Okay. And where can I expect to find you?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And then in that case, yes, please go and try to rest for a bit. I will be around later.
Okay, don't have too much fun.
Like scrolling down some notes on that loose leaf paper that she got.
Anything else anybody wants to do, or do you guys just want to go back and rest?
I want to go back and rest. Grab a few regions on the way.
I want to return to my
Back and
camp,
rest.
and I want to do a little talky talk. Is going to take the time to jot out some ideas for what things she should include in her address to the town. Like, what time is it now? It's like still early in the morning, right?
It's about mid-morning, approaching noon. So like 10.
Alright, then in that case, I'm not going to sleep because I would want to deliver this thing around midday. When I'm assuming it's going to be like the most busy in like, say like the market square or like Main Street or wherever.
Alright.
But yes, I would still, even though I'm not sleeping, I would like to commune with Squidge in a way that I shall not specify. Vari just kind of like clears her throat. So, how are we?
Much better now.
Yes, I am quite curious. You're gonna have to tell me everything, Squidge. How do you feel? Are you any different from how you felt before? Do you feel like after we dispatched that false god, do you feel like your powers are any more potent than they used to be? Are you how is it?
I feel, Vari, every time you kill something in my name, that I feel it. And it does make me slightly, just ever so slightly stronger.
How much of what we have accomplished today have you been able to catch?
Enough.
Excellent.
I was not happy to feel you almost get immediately dispatched into the world of the souls.
I wasn't going to die, Squidge. Nah, not me.
Of course not. I wouldn't allow it.
Right. Exactly that. And I think now that, I'd say there's a light at the end of the tunnel, our business in Lemstead is nearly concluded. I think it's about time that I start upholding my end of the deal, right?
Oh,
More than I have been, that is.
I'm so glad that you've been choosing to go forward with this.
Oh, I'm much looking forward to it. Anyway, I have a few questions for you, Squidge.
Of course.
On the matters at hand right now. Do you have any, like, titles that I can also, like, call you by?
Oh, you're looking for my title.
Do you have one?
Long ago I did. Back before my wife decided to destroy all evidence of my existence. I was known as the Serpent King.
That sounds a little bit ominous if I'm going to be giving, like, you
want a lighter title? I can give you one of those. I've been thinking about it since you've come back into, I've come back into being worshipped. I've been thinking about it.
Okay, let's come up with one right now.
Sells me, right?
So what is your general sort of vibe right now?
We're going for trickery, mischievousness, kind of general lighthearted ranking, or intrigue, secret, that kind of vibe. Otherwise, I do have a different vibe that I was thinking about, which is more of nature, specifically surrounded with snakes. We could go for the protector of serpents.
Ooh. With how you are right now, I was thinking maybe something a little bit more on the dark and mysterious side, to go for maybe something like the dormant one.
Ooh.
The ever restful.
I do like a good nap. I could go with the ever restful.
Yes, I like that one a lot. I am ever restful.
It's just enough of mysterious.
Yeah, but it's not too alarming like the Serpent King or anything like that.
It's not. Vari, what would I do without you?
Fuck would I do without you?
It's a good question.
I don't know, be doomed to obscurity among deities forever. Doesn't sound like a very good way to be.
I worried my ex-wife would have found you.
All right. Anyway, that's not the last of my questions. I still have more which I wish to ask you.
All right.
Do you know what measurements are?
What kind of measurements?
Like, I was talking to one of my friends earlier who asked for like measurements. I think in regards to like armor or something.
Oh, like how long your arms are?
I don't know, something like that. Just ask for like general like specifics. I don't know really. I'm not good with that sort of thing. Like like numbers at all.
That is very fair. I'm assuming this friend of yours was talking about how long your torso, your arms, that sort of stuff is to make sure that whatever they're making will fit properly.
Yes, I think I have a gift of sorts in my future. Shoot, do we need to like think of something like like give back as like sort of like a counter gift? Just to like show the appreciation.
You could always hold off at first if you don't have any gift ideas, and then be like, "You've given so much to me. Here is this gift that I've
Hang on, Squidge. Let me look around my camp for a little bit. We don't have much, but there has to be something around here that we can like, I don't know, maybe make into something in the same vein as like.
Yeah.
Ooh, hang on, over here. And Vari's gonna go over to like a big pile of like fish bones.
Okay.
Do you think Harriet likes with like jewelry, like sort of like a homemade sort of thing?
You said he's not a kobold? Or is he the dragon?
He's the dragon. He's both.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm sure he would love jewelry.
Come on, there has to be like something in here that we could use. Aha, here we go. And she's gonna like come across like a bunch of like maybe like sharper like rib bones, and is gonna like start like cleaning them, making sure that they're not like grimy or anything, and start like polishing them maybe.
Yeah, you get a pretty decent fishbone earring.
Oh, there we go. That's not too shabby, is it?
Not my style, but I think it'll do nicely.
I think it will make him look quite fierce.
Just what you want.
Like, ooh, like a sort of like, don't mess with me, or I might end up wearing your bones as well, sort of deal,
Ah, yes.
I hope you'll be happy with this. Anyway, we should get back to writing that thing.
Oh, are you writing something?
Yes, I think this will be the a good way to sort of, make our mark here on this town. I hope you don't mind me including your name as well as your newfound title within this.
Of course.
Excellent.
What would I do without you?
I don't know, I feel like I already answered that question earlier.
I'm just repeating it because I'm just so appreciative of you.
No, yeah. Like a gratitude thing. I get it. It's all good. It's all fine and well. And I think at that point, Vari will just wrap up, kind of like writing this draft before setting off back towards the wagon.
All right.
Yes.
Alright, so, how to do some identification work, fully work. The vials made sense that it might not work since, they might be potions. That's more of a alchemy thing. I can ask for help from Ava in the morning. But there was only two things I was able to get. One of which is something I'll probably give to Vari. Makes more sense for her, especially based on what happened earlier. The other is what this thing's called, and he pulls out the orb.
Ah, that.
Figured out that it's called Gyla'moor's Final Call.
Dramatic.
I'll hold it out to him. Told you I'd give it to you whenever I figured out everything I could, and all that.
I'll
Gyla'moor's Final Call. I mean, I guess it was their last hurrah or whatever.
Perhaps.
Do you have anything stronger than Identify?
Can you just roll me Arcana?
That's pretty good.
Oh, vials seem they're magical, but what they do you don't really know, nor can you really tell just by looking at them.
Okay.
The knife, though, you kind of look at it and you notice kind of along the handle you see these itty bitty little script carved into the metal.
Okay.
And you don't recognize the language.
Nice.
Those whose blood runs along this knife are doomed to be trapped within it and used for the betterment of the rest of us.
Oh.
That sounds like this is a sacrificial dagger.
Sounds metal as hell.
This, holy shit, this,
Guys, I'm starting to get a hunch that maybe the Alethans weren't exactly concerned about ethics.
yeah, this sounds like, I think the,
Yeah, probably.
the Alethans might have been a cult.
That would not surprise me.
Those whose blood is trapped in this knife shall be used for the betterment of the rest of us, so that's kind of, fucked up.
It does sound like a sacrificial.
I don't know how to give this to the kid now.
Not a lot of testing, anyway.
Yeah.
Could I discern anything else from the orb?
How long do you want to try to discern?
I'm not really doing much. I'll spend like half an hour or something.
Can't really discern much, mostly because you'd have to kind of pull apart the intricacies of the magic to figure out how it works, which would take you quite a while.
Alright.
Vari like shows up and like kicks down the door. All right, everyone. All right, lazy bones. Time to get up. Come on.
Really just
Come
trying
on.
to go to sleep. I'm not.
Oh, there'll be plenty of time to go to sleep after you drag your heroic asses through that town and we give that goddamn speech. All right, come on, let's go.
I put the orb away and then say, well, if it is that time. Celsus is uncharacteristically enthusiastic about something.
There we go. Come on, there's one of them. Come on.
Is this in the morning?
This is, like, you've been back for probably an hour. You were probably, like, drifting off
just about to get to sleep.
You were, like, you've laid down.
That's what I thought.
You down. Idiot was, like, laying down. And Vari comes in and kicks in the door.
Hey, Vari, can you give me a strength save? Cat, I'm going to use my blood curse of binding on Vari's lips. Howlite looks at you. A little bit of air leaking out of their arm. They seal it back up. They just stare and they point at the door.
Vari just crosses her arms and just taps her foot. Points at her face.
Some people want to sleep, Vari. Save your... Can someone please escort her? I can't keep them closed forever.
I'm gonna make another strength saving throw.
It's a DC 13.
DC 13? Okay.
Yeah.
You have a +5 on this.
He's rolling like shit.
Celsus is gonna take this moment to just pack his things. He's taking the orb with him.
Okay.
Of all times for my blood maledict to actually do something, it's against a Vari!
No, fuck you.
Once they've seen that Vari has vacated the caravan, they'll slowly lay their head back down and undo the blood curse.
Alright then, well, is everybody else, all geared up, ready to go?
Who's going with Vari?
I am.
Idiot?
Sleep.
Okay, Howlite and...
That's okay.
I can't wait for the two worst people of the party to go give the speech.
Oh, Celsus, I can't wait to see what Celsus says. It's gonna be so egotistical and I can't wait.
But you enter the church.
Walks in, confidently.
Cross is talking with his wife.
So he's probably actually doing his midday prayers if you're planning on grabbing Erevan around noon.
I do not wait for you to finish your prayers.
Vari does not respect your god.
I just probably like come up behind you, like tap you on the shoulder, like, we're doing the thing.
You're doing the what?
You know, holds up like the paper with like all the scrawlings on it, like, we're gonna go tell everyone what we did. And I want you to join.
Weren't you the person that didn't want anything getting out because you wanted Cross to get all the...
I didn't want anything getting out about it until we were ready.
You confuse me, snake person.
Alright,
Erevan says as he's getting up to join you.
let's see. Gonna kind of like peer over at like Cross and kind of like do kind of like a little motion like, hello, you coming too?
He does not acknowledge you.
Oh, great. Erevan, do you think you could go like talk to Cross that we're like doing the thing, you know? He's sort of like, you know, talking to his wife right now and don't want to like intrude on anything, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not coming between him and his wife. That
I'm not
seems like
either.
a horrible idea.
Celsius,
Yes.
you don't seem like you have any like social awareness. Or like on anything like on that level.
Excuse you.
I'm sorry. Look, you seem like you'd be brash enough to go and like step like right in between them. It's nothing against you. Okay, don't worry about it. Forget it. I'll go do it. You're a good guy, Celsius. I'm sorry.
Go get Cross.
God, I'm tired.
just kind of like exists there awkwardly to
Ross kind of continues just blatantly ignoring your existence as he like is kind of standing there talking to Guinevere. You hear him say things like, "Oh, well, it's finally done. Nothing to fear anymore. There are some cleanup things that need to happen, but other than that," and the conversation continues.
yeah, Var's going butted in at this. Like, speaking of things that need to get done, Cross, I do believe that some sort of announcement to the town of Lemstead is in order, and I request that you join me for it.
Sorry, I appreciate all of the things that you've done for me, helping us with. I'm never getting in front of that entire town of people ever.
Okay.
You know, on
Yes,
second
that
thought,
is perfectly fine. You don't have
Vari,
to.
why don't we have Guinevere do it? I don't think any of us are well known enough to earn the respect or trust of the townspeople besides Guinevere.
Well, I'd have to know what Guinevere thinks about it. Guinevere, what do you think about that?
Hello? I think we've met.
Probably
I would be happy
in
to.
passing, yes.
I would be happy to tell people about this good news.
Okay, well, we're actually heading out just now. We're going to be going to the market square, or wherever seems busiest with the most foot traffic of people going to and fro. I think if we're able to attract the attention of a large crowd, the news will spread, and hopefully by tonight there will be we're looking to get organizations made for an impromptu celebration of sorts.
Really?
I apologize, taking you away from your conversation here.
It's no issue. Just kind of looks at you curiously.
Yeah, Vari is like full like hobo cloak up, eyes disguised.
She's just looking at you curiously. You know, when Cross described you, he described you as a snake.
Vari is going to glance around. Are we the only ones in like the church at the moment?
You were a fair distance from the rest of the attendants.
She's gonna flip the hood down real quick and be like, kind of like shake her hand around, like, yeah, yes, that is accurate. Before like putting it back up.
Interesting. I've never seen someone like you this far north.
No, and sort of my. I think if I was out there giving this speech alone, it would be a little bit more suspicion raising. I think is a good way to put it.
I can definitely.
So
comment.
yes, it is very much appreciated. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
You want to do this now?
Yes, come on, let's go.
Okay. He'll follow you. Cross will also kind of follow shortly behind.
Right, and I was asking for Celsius to hand me the orb.
I think I'll hold the orb.
Okay, if you want to hold the orb for this, then by all means, go right ahead.
I will.
But I think at this point, Vari will cast Thaumaturgy to make her voice booming and loud. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, residents of Lemstead, may I have your attention for just a moment?
You start drawing a crowd.
All right, as like people start to kind of like pause what they're doing and look over. For years now, this city, which we call our home, has been under the effects of a great burden, the description of which I feel I do not need for the sake of brevity to get into. For it is something that all of you, as I know many of us, have been living through. It has been a part of life for as long as many of us can remember. And for some of us, it all began before we were even born. Today, I come to you with news. Such a burden, it has been lifted. The threads of fate seem to have finally smiled upon this city. And at this point, Vari's going to motion to Celsus to hold up the orb.
I was about to say that. Celsus holds up the orb.
Behold! This magical artifact is the source of all of the woes of Lemstead. Fear it no longer, for we have rendered it inert. In this state, it is as harmless as a newborn lamb. Alongside that, we have dispatched the foul guardian, the creature guarding it, the Atropal. All of you may have felt it already, the effects of the curse being lifted. The wind, it once again returns to sweep the city's many twisting avenues and roads. Within time, you may notice the birds also return to their once roosts. If there is anyone who you wish to thank not us, but instead turn your gratitude towards the gods of whom we serve. To Paylor, the Dawnfather, and to Squidge, the ever-restful one. Proof that deities of both large and small may indeed work together to make a few miracles into realities. Also, turn your gratitude towards my working companion and dear friend Cross, whose personal sacrifices and devotion outweigh my own by a magnitude that I can't even count to. Without him, not I, nor anyone else, would be here to deliver this to you. So then, I urge everyone, spread this news to your families, your friends, and your neighbors. For tonight, we will be holding a celebration of sorts. Once the sun has set, bring whatever it is that produces light in your homes, whether it be candles, lanterns, or lamps. Bring them outside, away from these buildings that have become our nocturnal cages. And I want everyone to share that time together. I want it to be a time of both celebration and remembrance. It will be in honor of those all, those who made it through, and to those who we wish were still with us. No one in these times will be alone in suffering the losses of the past 20 or so years. So, when it is time, speak with each other. If there is a neighbor or someone you haven't gotten to speak to enough, find them, speak them to them too. Walk the main street and take in how many lights still burn bright after all of these nights. Explore our city, refamiliarize yourselves with how it looks, lit beneath the stars. Finally, at the end of it all, we will be able to watch it together as a new dawn rises over Lemstead, one where the living can truly live and the dead may have their peace. That is about all I wish to say. Last notes, if there are any tavern owners within this crowd, or to whom the news may reach, I suggest that you open your bars, or wherever it may be that you serve your drinks, a little later than usual. Also, for those who feel that they are able to, tonight before sunset, we will be gathering at the southern gate to form a bit of an impromptu patrol, just to make sure that things will be as safe as we presume they are. Thank you very much, and that will be all.
You kind of get general murmurs throughout the crowd, which will make me a performance check at advantage.
Yepers.
Yo!
That's a crit!
That is great. You get general murmurs of kind of like excited people, and everyone just you kind of feel like this weight has been lifted off of everybody. Just kind of from the back, you hear somebody go, "Who the fuck is Squidge?"
That's definitely a fucking Erevan just back there.
Was that okay? Did I fuck anything up? What?
You were fine.
Oh, okay. You see, I'm not much of a public speaker, much like many of us, I guess, as part of this group.
I think you did wonderful. I think anyone could have delivered that news perfectly fine.
I think the weight of the news itself outweighs any mess-ups I could have made along the way.
Definitely.
It's much more significant. It's just important that I got it across is all, I guess.
And you did
Oh,
fine.
yes, and you two, thank you for joining me, allowing me to pull you away from your rest. You may all return to whatever it was you were doing.
Celsus puts the orb away again.
Frost and Guinevere kind of make their way back to the church.
I'm gonna follow them, because I still need to talk to Guinevere about establishing a patrol for the night. So, gathering around the south gate, just with, does the city have guards at all? I never noticed any of them when I was going to and fro.
And then they all got eaten by zombies.
Oh, okay. Then I guess just working with any volunteers will do.
I think things will be okay.
Yes, I hope so. I'm going to be going to the others as well to, once they are done getting their sleep, to return to the entrance of the cavern where all these zombies were coming from, just to make sure that nothing else ends up crawling out of there.
Alright.
And that is what I shall be doing for the rest of the day.
I will gather some volunteers.
Alright.
Are we good if we skip to evening?
Yeah.
Idiot and Howlite, lower your exhaustion by 1 point.
Freedom.
Woo! Guys graduated from Exhaustion Gang.
No more
can
exhaustion.
join the rest of us.
Relevance as
You
Erevan
can
sleeps through
join
the
the
festivities.
rest. You can join the rest
Yes,
of us
go
in
to
the
sleep,
Doing
Erevan.
Things Gang. Let's go.
I can get back to
Unless you're
healthiness. Gonna get up, gonna blink, and look around, all tired like, at the rest of the caravan. Just like, taking in the state of everything. Is anyone currently in the caravan other than Uriat, who's probably stirring?
Ava.
What's Ava up to?
Ava has also kind of just woken up, and is currently retying Ralph into his net.
I think Howlite's gonna get up and, rather than like, you know, just get all their gear on and like prep a few mutagens, and then by the time that that's all prepared, knock knock, comes over to the side of the bunk and just like gently taps on the wood of it.
Yeah. What's up?
Afternoon or morning tea? Afternoon. Night morning. Yeah. Would you like some?
Evening?
Evening, yes.
I could use some tea, I guess. Be nice.
Black or herbal?
Surprise me.
Alright. I'm going to, put together a nice little blend of tea, and my imagination is that part of their morning routine is getting that, like, the equivalent of a cup of coffee, but it's a cup of tea, you know? Hot water already more or less ready. And so to get some tea. Would also offer to Ava, if she wants any.
She would politely say no. She gets her energy from just sheer existence.
Sheer determination. I can approve that. And, I guess normally they wouldn't really tell anyone where they're going, but because of the way things have been going, their perspective on that has changed a little bit, so they're just going to say to Lydia, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a walk around town. Should be back in time to, well, if we still wish to tell the townsfolk what's happened.
Not that Fire was going to do that when she came in screaming, wake up and all that.
Well, if she's already set things up, then I suppose I have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm probably just gonna do nothing today. Relax.
It is a very valid
Yeah.
decision. There are a few regions I need to harvest. I've been running low on materials for mutagen craft lately. So, I shouldn't be gone too terribly long.
Don't stray too far, even though the thing's dead and whatnot. There might still be some stragglers.
I'll be careful. They're going to dip out of the caravan, wave bye to Ava, and make sure Ralph isn't killing anyone.
Ralph Unleashed.
Ralph Unleashed.
Ralph is, you see him trying to cut at this, like, kind of metal mesh net.
Oh, it's metal now?
Metal now, she upgraded.
Damn. Oh, I just missed this. How do you think he's going to find a way out of this one?
He won't, hopefully.
Hopefully. He seems very resourceful. Going on a walk. I'll be back later. And they're gonna head out, and while I said I was gonna go around and gather regents, I'm gonna head to the cave. And I'm gonna do that thing I told you about.
You still have that gold cells.
It's still up?
Full day.
Ooh.
It's been
You're right, it is just
12 hours?
I still have a few more hours of that. Okay. Yeah, then definitely I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Yeah, would you just give me investigation and advantage?
Fuck yeah.
That's usually what you get. And what you
Ooh,
find.
secrets, okay.
Hey, can somebody roll me just a flat D20?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I did well.
Who's in town for the attempts at a celebration?
I am.
Me.
Oh boy, only Vari and Celsus get to say this? Okay, cool.
Fucking date night, let's go.
My god, what did you just say?
Fucking.
Celsus and Vari, the ship between the snake
nothing which
and
has
the
to be
woman.
acknowledged ever, Tali.
As the sun kind of gets lower in the sky, people are kind of gathering outside. There are people setting up, like, tables and dinner kind of outside, and you see this one particularly just kind of plain-looking man.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just walks into the center of town, and it gets up on the fountain.
Is he more plain than everyone else? Like, how so?
Excessively plain.
Excessively plain. Like, the only thing which would draw attention to him is his actions. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, do you see that? Do you see that plain guy?
You see him, he's kind of got like a heavy, kind of dark, brown, gray cloak. It's pulled up over his head. You can see kind of he's got like worn pants. His shoes are clearly worn. And as he kind of gets up on the fountain, you see a couple people look at him, not too many. And then
How's he
this kind
doing?
of like a voice comes out, and you can hear him. It's like it's clearly, both of you would know this. It's thaumaturgy. He's clearly using magic to enhance his voice here. You just kind of hear him go, "Ladies and gentlemen of Lemstead, if I could have your attention. I have been here for quite a few days, quite a few years, in fact, and I think it's finally time that I reveal myself. My name is Rachel Taylor, and I think it's time we have a little bit of a celebration, folks." And you see this guy like whips off his cloak, and suddenly he's in like this most over-dramatic.
Suddenly he's nude. What are the
He looks like a circus performer. I'm gonna put it like that. He looks like a circus performer, like full-on, like colorful attire. And you see he tosses his cloak in the air.
Clown.
It's fully sequined, like covered in like tiny itty bitty little jewels. And like he throws his cape up, and basically it's like lights, decorations, tents, an entire carnival apparates in the center of town.
Ooh.
And he like spins a cane that came out of nowhere, this giant like smirk across his face, and he taps the cane on the ground 3 times and vanishes in a puff of smoke.
Well, I guess we're not fighting him, at least. Not for now.
Apparently.
Celsus, the sort of reading that I'm getting from, like, whatever the fuck that just was, is that either this guy's up to no good, or he's just, like, you know.
Or he's just been sitting here waiting for something like this to happen, like a crazy person.
I'm definitely leaning towards the, that there's something up about this.
Yes.
is where I am at personally right now.
Where are you guys hanging out?
We're probably hanging out around the fountain where this guy
I
just
swear
was.
to God, if he appears over our shoulders.
No. Okay, but this is center of town, so you're kind of close to Cross's shop. A couple minutes after you see this guy appear and like this carnival apparates, you see Cross kind of come outside angrily.
All right, yeah.
Hello, Cross.
Let's go up and let's meet him at the middle. Let's see what's up.
So you go up to
So-
Cross.
Yeah, we'd approach him. Var's like, so, clowns, huh? Someone you know, Cross?
My brother.
Ah.
You have a brother.
I have
Ah.
several. This is the one that likes to do this shit to me.
Wait, is your real name Cross Talar?
Kivai is my middle name, yes. Cross Kivai Talar.
I see.
Well, now.
Listen, he's my younger brother. He likes to do this shit. He runs a carnival.
Is he like?
How
Is
did
he
he-
somebody who we can, like, trust not to have any
I'm
sort
assuming he's been here to support my wife since I disappeared.
of motives? Okay.
Ah.
Gotcha.
all right.
Well, does he know you're back?
I didn't realize he was here.
I did name drop you during the whole speech, by the way.
You did.
Yes.
I know.
Right, you were there.
Yes. I'm assuming he heard and then decided, you know what? Let's bring the carnival back. Instead of having a very nice, quiet night to enjoy, not being attacked by zombies. Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on now, Cross. That can't be all that bad.
Oh, yes, it can. He is a pain.
Seems quite like quite the extraordinary display that he has going on here. I
Oh,
wouldn't
yes.
mind taking a look around.
Fuck up with you.
It's all magic, isn't it? Right?
For the most part, it's actually there's some modified teleportation sigils.
Very interesting. Is that so?
Yes, our
Okay.
father gifted him this. He's have you met any elves? And you know how they're kind of eccentric, and they like do things to the point of like
No, I
ridiculousness.
I cannot say I have met any elves aside from you, Cross.
Fair enough.
I've met a fair share.
Yes. Okay. So my family is those kind of high elves that do this shit for the fun of it. And I'm kind of the black sheep of the family, so they all like to do shit to me, like
So what you're saying is you're the
show up
normal
unannounced
one.
and pull out a carnival out of thin air. I'm the normal one. I married a human. They all judge me for it.
Kind of like how people who judge you for marrying an elf.
They wouldn't judge me for marrying an elf.
Or no, not like I'm talking about like the other way around. You see.
Oh yes. I don't think it's only the high elves that are the problem.
Brother.
The best part about this is that he has a clown brother, but his whole family thinks he's the clown.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is quite something. Cross, I think we should go look for the others. What do you say?
Why?
I don't think they would want to miss out on this.
Go search for them yourselves.
Okay, we'll do. Once we're back, you are welcome to join us for just probably a night of relaxing, talking some, maybe seeing if any of the taverns are open for the occasion.
Some are likely at the caravan.
Yes. Did you happen to see Erevan anywhere?
Probably at the church. Probably sleeping like a smart person.
Vari's going to like think for a second, and just kind of like her eyes are just going narrow, and like she'll smirk slightly. Let's not wake him. I think he'd appreciate us if he'd appreciate it if we allowed him to get some rest. What do you think?
Celsus raises an eyebrow. And what of Howlite and Oriet?
I think we should go try to find them back at the caravan. We should also swing by the cave entrance to make sure that there's nothing unforeseen which might be crawling out of there.
Celsus notes down in his head the clear, like dislike of Erevan.
The clear,
Like ambivalence.
yeah,
Contempt?
contempt.
Contempt, but a little subtle.
Subtle?
Subtle.
I said a little subtle.